Hey, what's going on? I'm Sherrita C W Delacruz, and this is the Figures of Speech Talkcast, powered by Blast Music 24/7. Please subscribe. If you just popped in on the link, we're glad to have you. But please subscribe to Blast Music 24/7 so you can get all of our wonderful shows and content that Blast Music 24/7 has to offer. Tonight, we are excited to have this guest. I love his music, but he also has many things that he works with in the background as an individual, as a person who walks in society with mankind and making changes or making effort to make changes in communities in his area. We have Mark Wilson, also known as Yamasani, out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas.
How are you? How are you? Thank you very, very much for having me.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well.
That's good. We're glad to have you. We just want to hop right in. How did you get involved with community activism and being of service to your community?
I think it's your right. It's our right to do. It's our obligation. I mean, not our right. If you have air that you breathe, if you woke up that morning, I think it's your obligation to do something for someone else, because we're all connected, to be completely honest with you. So with
Absolutely.
that mindset of always, everything that I do, I'm always looking out to see what I can do for somebody else, even if that's just something as small as holding the door for somebody, or as deep as health coaching somebody through an ailment that they're feeling, or that they're having, or that their doctor told them they need to take prescriptions or this or that. And then I walk them through doing it in a natural way. So yeah, it's big or it's small, but it's all very important. So I've always had this mindset.
I really like the fact that you started out on that note, even with a small notion, as someone who's not, so aptly able to get on the train of routine to take medication. Mm-hmm. You being there for an individual in that aspect that requires coaching. I think a lot of people take health coach, life coach, wellness coach titles lightly, because it can make or break one's life if they're not able to do something in a wellness, a health, or lifestyle coach can come in and help them develop what it is they need to be able to be more successful in just life. I tell my children all the time, the measure of one's success is not always about money or material or things that you have or possess. Someone's ideal of success might be having a peace of mind on a consistent basis, or taking medication on a consistent basis, eating. Even learning how to eat better is a discipline in itself. Can you speak on that aspect?
Yeah, so everything starts with a decision, right? I think it's important to also not try to eat and this is kind of a contradicting statement, but when there's a term called orthorexic, when you try to eat so healthy that you become unhealthy.
Oh wow!
So you're like limiting,
too much of a good thing, right?
Yeah, you're like limiting everything. You know what I mean? You're just like being over stickler on everything. So I really tend to coach like a 80-20 or like a 90-10 kind of lifestyle. If you can really do 90-10, that's phenomenal in itself. So,
right.
You know what I mean? It's all about just decisions. This is the most important orifice in your body. So whatever you're putting in, that's what you're going to become, because your body's going to assimilate from whatever you're eating to make you. Your energy levels, your mindset. Is it clear? Is it cloudy? Do you always have an attitude? Or, it's not always as simple as, oh, she's in a bad mood or he's in a bad mood. Everything's tied to what you eat. So
you're saying that one personality trait, negative, being angry or in a difficult disposition, could start very well with their diet?
Yep. Yeah.
My goodness.
You could be eating something that is, like avocados could be like the best thing for somebody, and then this person's poison. Everybody's different.
Right.
You know? You can be a junk food vegan. You can be like, I'm vegan, but you're eating Oreos and you're eating, you know, high fructose corn syrup. Everything you eat has added sugar in it. Sodium's all crazy high. You know what I mean? So,
but I'm vegan.
You know, but I'm vegan. So
yeah.
It's just like, you know, I really try to just dwindle it down to the root. Just how do you feel right now? Energy levels. Okay, cool. What do you eat on a regular basis? Okay, cool. Fiber. I can just tell when somebody's talking to me. It's like, oh, their fiber is most likely low, or you know, they don't have enough carbs, complex carbs, not simple carbs. You know, so it all starts with a conversation. But yeah, it's important to eat very well. It's important to eat very well.
Understood. So Live Smitten, is that the umbrella for other things
I'm sorry,
beneficial? Is Live Smitten the umbrella for all things beneficial? And what falls up under that umbrella for Live Smitten? Can you tell us about how you conceptualized it?
Yeah, so I honestly, I can't even remember how the name came up, but Smitten was, you know, my wife and I were going through days just bouncing words off of each other, like word of the day and doing other sort of stuff. We always challenge each other mentally. Oh, by the way, just a side note, she actually writes too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's cold. She's cold with the writing. You know, you hear my music, you hear what I do. She's cold, but we'll get to that at another date.
Yeah.
Yeah, the words.
We're gonna have to have her on if that's the case. We'd love to debut some music or some literature from her.
I'm gonna get her on one of my songs. I keep telling her that, but I'm working on it now. The word smitten is like obsession, or you know, you're smitten with this or you're smitten with that. It's a passion, an obsession, something that you can't stop thinking about, kind of thing. So then she was like, live smitten, you know, like live with an obsession.
With passion. Yeah.
Live with an obsession for health, for wellness, just to be your best self. You know, again, it's not some big thing you need to kind of overthink, but make sure you're eating good, make sure you're moving, getting some sun, some fresh air, just the simple things, and everything will start to come together. You know, if you eat right, your body will start getting more energy. It'll start telling you to move more, and that's the personal trainer side of me, the knowledge of me. But your body will literally tell you to move. You'll just one day start doing something. I want to try a push-up today. That's how it happens. Or I want to walk outside, you know, and you'll be like, where's this coming from if you've never been in that routine? Really? But that's how, and then once you do that consistently, it'll push you to do more. I'm going to walk 2 miles, or I'm going to walk 3 miles. But that's why when I'm talking to people, I'm like, how do you feel? You know, I don't care about how you look. It's how do you feel? Because how you feel will give you the energy to move towards how you look. Don't worry about how you look. You know, so it all goes up how you feel.
Absolutely. Because I mean, the look of a thing will always come to pass, but it starts from the inside out. From the mind and the body. Me personally, I totally understand that, because when I had my gallbladder removed, I couldn't really eat beef or any other type of meat anymore after that. And it totally affects me when I try, please believe, right? So you have to really put yourself into perspective to what to do better, or in order to make yourself feel better from the inside out. From the exterior, you couldn't tell, but from the inside out, there's a difference. So in your community, what does the brand Live Smitten do to like impress upon people the importance of being passionate about yourself and growing yourself?
So what I can say about that is we are formulating this ebook right now. Actually just got done working on it. We're working on it every single day, slowly but very smitten, very, very obsessively, so we can get this done. But what it is, it's for individuals who are trying to transition into a whole foods, plant-based lifestyle from however they may be living. So
that is needed. That is needed because people don't know how. People who really try to go from meat to no meat, there's no success. You have to baby step yourself into that special place.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that because, well, for one, so this is going to be a very, very easy guide, extremely easy. We know between the two of us, because she's actually certified in quite a few different things as well. Okay. So like between the two of us, if we were to keep throwing out terms and terminology and breaking things down, it would have been like way too much, and it would not have been what we're looking for. This is a very easy to follow. There's a lot of good terms and terminology in there and scientific studies and whatnot, but they're like really, really dumbed down so that anybody can easily utilize this guide. So that's one. But the other thing you said, yes, I agree with you that 99% of people definitely should have something to guide them to transition. Me, I had a homeboy named Kumba. He's a MMA fighter in California. So he was vegan for quite some time. He actually helped me out. So I actually did cold turkey. I just cold turkeyed overnight. I've been plant-based since 2015. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go overnight. But I do not recommend people do that. I'm a scientist with my body. I study this. Like, I know what I'm doing. So it's not like I'm just like, plus I had assistants. So you definitely want to have somebody that knows what they're doing. This isn't some competition with who's the baddest or who's the tough. No, I did it because I felt like the guidance I had and the knowledge that I had at that point, if there's any time for me to do anything like this, it would be right now at that point. I did it very intelligently. So I was able to cold turkey overnight. I've just been plant-based since 2015, but.
And not to dissect you, but
please do.
Literally, you woke up one day and said, I'm not eating meat no more, and just didn't.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. And I'm I know the biggest question you get from people is, you really don't miss chicken no more?
No, so with me doing it, and having been in this mindset and this lifestyle for so long now, I realized you're missing a texture, you're missing the cholesterol, that oily kind of taste.
See, if people think about that on the backside,
that's what you're missing. And then they're also pumped with all types of steroids and all types of things to keep you addicted. So I mean, but you're really missing that, But once you realize what nutrients come from what, then you'll be able to live this kind of way sustainably. You just need to know what's coming from what. So the whole protein thing, that's a myth, because what your body needs is the amino acids, the essential amino acids that are the building blocks for protein. So that's one thing, but yeah, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all.
Well, I give you the utmost kudos, because I it's a struggle for me. I literally eat meat like 3 days a week. Still. I still do. But at the same time, I'm better than I used to be. It used to be really, really, really tough. I think what you just said, and I never thought of it, was texture. A lot of times people will take it as, if you go vegan, you're eating baby food, whatever. But there's lots of great ways to prepare vegetables and other non-animal based products. I myself, prepare vegan desserts, peach cobblers, Well, I cobbler any fruit. That's my tagline. I'll cobbler any fruit. I used to serve them up at these local events until I got back into my management job, which takes a lot of my time, but I'm learning to manage my time. But, you know, you want to try to liken veganism to eating meat and things of that nature. That's the short stop for me, because you can't expect your vegan meals or your vegan food choices to mimic chicken. You know, I think that's my biggest thing. Chicken. I love chicken.
You like mushrooms?
Oyster mushrooms. Like there's this guy that does this amazing oyster mushroom chicken sandwich.
If you taste my oyster mushrooms,
or chicken of the woods? Have you ever seen that mushroom?
I've heard of that.
That's another one that gives a good texture.
I have. Yes. There's different types of mushrooms though. So like if you wanted, if you were like craving chicken, I'd say get some oyster mushrooms and lightly fry them up with some, pure olive oil or some avocado oil, and maybe even grapeseed oil. I use avocado. But we really use olive oil first. But if that's not available, we'll use organic avocado oil. But yeah, lightly fry them up on each side, and then that's some fried chicken right there. But if you wanted some seafood, some lion's mane, get some lion's mane. And
that one kind of makes, honestly, like you said, some things are for some people. When you spoke on avocados earlier, some people get the health benefits from them, and some people just get cellulitic from them.
Some people
lion's mane, it's weird because I love mushrooms, shiitake. I can do oyster mushrooms, even chicken of the woods. But lion's mane is not. It does not agree with me. Yeah. Why is that? Is it because it's a different strain where it's grown?
You have to know how you're preparing it, and there's so many factors that go into it. It could be anything. It could be a sauce that you might be using, a batter, the oil. It could be a couple of different elements that might be disagreeing with you.
Okay.
Your bio personality.
Got you.
Bio individuality, or however you want to, name it. Because you're a snowflake. Everybody's a snowflake. We're all different. So something could be disagreeing with your system,
Yes.
Love to have that talk with you though. But yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm going to have to contact you because a lot of the information that you're saying would be helpful to me as an individual, but obviously you're running a business, so I need a consultation and be able to give you compensation for your services, which is what Live Smitten is all about.
Yes.
Serving the community, becoming a forerunner in health and wellness in the community, on a positive note.
Yes.
A lot of times people will try to, I guess, cheat their way into a lifestyle. Like you just said, junk food vegans. That hit me right in my face. Because I'm all about the bagged popcorn. Yeah. I think I started my whole aspiration for veganism, and I'll say I'm about 75% Yamasani. I say Mark, Mr. Wilson.
I'm both.
But right now, have you ever seen Are We There Yet? Or Are We Done Yet? Where the guy, Chuck, wears many hats?
No, I haven't.
Anyway, he literally was wearing many hats. So right now, I'm talking to the co-creator for Live Smitten, but also the artist Yamasani.
Yeah. It's just, hey, that's why I said it's whatever. It's all about it's all about what we're doing for the people, what we're doing for the people. Yeah, it's just, Mark Wilson, it's whatever, Yamasani, it's the same thing. And to further answer your question about what Live Smitten is doing for the community, that's the first thing we're really, really focused on is that ebook. We had a plethora of ideas just written out on a dry erase board, just so many things and so many angles that we can come with. And we're like, what's the easiest most impactful, the quickest way that we can actually get out here and for real make an impact and empower people to make decisions for themselves. And it's the ebook. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna put all my health coaching and my personal training, just like all of it in here, but it has to be in a way where it's easily digestible when you read it and you can follow it along. Like I'm gonna have comparisons in there from, for example, like if you're eating this product right now and you're thinking about a plant-based product, choose this product, right? And here's the reasons why. I'm gonna break down how to read a nutrition label. You know, it's gonna be so helpful. Like I wish I had this when I was even thinking about it. And I had Kumba, he was just very, very helpful. But then this also, ebook like this would have just been tremendous, step by step. You know, it's gonna help a lot of people. I already know this. It's gonna help
absolutely.
A lot of people. And that's all.
Especially this day and age where people are, you know, they'll be attracted or interested in a thing, but if it doesn't come to them quick enough or in a way that's comprehensible, they'll hop right off that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know that this supplement to one's life would be able to give them direction. And then of course with you and your wife in the business and being so knowledgeable, they can have consulting along the way.
And this also is very important to me that it didn't come across as we know it all. We're the experts. We're this. An expert is just, you're an expert up to that day. It's just my opinion. You can be an
That's
expert
real talk.
right now. Tomorrow, you're not an expert in that. Somebody's thought about something to further enhance what you weren't an expert on. You only, you know, a wise man knows he knows nothing. So you have to keep learning. You have to keep studying. You have to keep increasing your knowledge. You have to keep digging deep every day. That's why I'm like, you know, it's you know, the title's cool, co-owner, yes, I am that, but it's like I'm a certified health coach. I am that. I have a lot of knowledge.
I'm a helper of mankind. That's all you know.
It's like, what is that? It's a piece of paper. It's a document to open up doors in certain industries. But the main thing is like, can you take that knowledge and put it in a way that somebody can actually help themselves like from it? If you can't do that, then
what are you doing?
It doesn't matter. You just got a piece of paper and then you just did that for your ego. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't wait to I'm really excited about this ebook. It's very, very easy to implement in one's life. Yep. So
what we're gonna do real quick is segue into your artistry with a song. Let's see what we're gonna have. The song we're gonna come up with.
And on my
it touches on reincarnation too. It touches on previous lives and how your karmic debt is what it's called in a previous life. Determines what you do in this life, what happens to you in this life.
Real, man,
so like your karmic debt turns into challenges that you gotta overcome in this life. And if you don't overcome the challenges, you're going to go do them again. So I already know that like the temper and all that, I already know that was one of my karmic debts. Sexual energy, like just sexual addictions and things of that nature. I already know that was a part of my karmic debt. Like I know what I had to overcome. Alcoholism, I had to overcome that.
You said karmic debt.
Karmic.
Oh, now that's real. Pops a rolling stone that flatten grass fields. My mandatory raps surpass a vax bill. React like Drax will. Relax, I'm past chill. This manifestation of imagination. imagination is just a creation of communication with an integration system like the Matrix, filled with entertainment, pastors, education. Court-appointed lawyers for blacks in litigation, corporate enormous tax cut and evasion. Saw George Floyd on the news and couldn't take it. It's hard to tightrope, walk it all, but I'm a Grayson. One day we not gonna be passive with the slaying. One day we might just put action to the saying. One day we'll stop all the blasting and the spraying and stop carrying weapons that will smith you like Jaden. To be free to you, to them is disobeying. They told you to get into heaven, you needed praying. They left out the heavens, your thoughts, and where you haven. It's not you, it's we, it's deep, it's complicated.
One day you have it, one day you have it, go away. One day you have it, one day you have it, go away, go away. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Shine bright like a solar light. Know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light. You know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah, you gon' get it today. I'ma send it your way. This a clinic, don't forget every visit you pay. It's cringeworthy to say I've been perfect, cause hey, the kids calling my name. I'm too busy to play. This a scrimmage, shirt skins, the ending is late. Life's a scary movie with hands digging your plate to take the dividends, dollars and pennies you make. I'm transparent with you, even when you really opaque. Markets Aurelius states, everything you hear is an opinion, not a fact. But is that really the case? Cause we all know planes leave a chemical trace, and we knew he was guilty. You see Zimmerman's face, and we all want to crash in the video chase, and we want that hottie to let us feel on her waist, and we know one day we will see God's grace transcend our body and be up in outer space.
Bright like a solar light, know we can make everything alright. Yeah. One day you have it, one day you have it. Shine bright like a solar light, you know we can make everything alright. Yeah. One day you have it, one day you have it. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Don't take it serious, serious. It's an experience, experience. Shine bright like a solar light. Know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light. You know we can make everything alright. Yeah.
Shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything alright. Yeah.
Here we go. That is actually one of my favorite songs by you. Very inspirational. It'll very well lift your spirits if you're not in a great headspace. How did you happen to come up with a concept for that video? Oh, I'm sorry. I dated myself just then. Visual. That visual.
Oh, yeah. It's all good. It's all good. So first, you'll see in that video, I had a shirt on that said newuforlife.com. And at the beginning of the video and at the end, I believe, I was doing my health coaching services under that. And then my wife and I were just talking, and she was very intrigued about getting into that kind of space as well. And then that's when we came up with Live Smitten. So this is both of us. So just to clarify that.
Okay.
But I came up with that song, so I heard the beat, and I honestly don't think about concepts anymore. I used to do that when I first started writing.
Yeah.
I used to think about, hey, I'm gonna make this one about a girl, or this one about that, or whatever. I don't think anymore. I can't remember the last time I even thought about a concept. I just hear the beat, and then I just vibe out to it. I just vibe out, and it all just comes to me. Just gets downloaded. I call them downloads. Like literally, I don't even think about anything, and then so whatever comes first. The first verse came, first on that one, got downloaded to me. So then the hook came after that, and I was singing the hook. So I'm like, wrote the hook, and I'm like, well, I got to get Christian on here because I had just found out that she could sing. She's a doula. She's a chiropractor. She owns her own business. That was actually the business where we shot the video at. It's called New Leaf Wellness in McKinney, Texas. So that's another thing we do. That's what Liv Smith's doing for the community, supporting other businesses that are also doing health and wellness. It's a Black-owned business as well. And
that's what you got to do.
You know, so that's what, it's so many things that we're doing for the community that I tend to forget sometimes. I'm just with the flow, and whatever's needed, I'm going to do that, So that's how that song came about. But the part where it says, shine bright like a solar light, she actually, I could probably let her tell you that, but she had an experience in which there was an individual very close to her named Solar. And I'll let her tell you the rest of that. I think that would be appropriate for her to tell you. But I even wrote that into the song though. So shine bright like a solar light, and know you can make everything all right. So anything I write about, there's something to everything that I write. Like literally something to all of it. It's not just words to be, it's probably why you feel it when you hear it so much. Because so many positive energies from different people, high vibrating frequencies and energies that are put into the music that I do on purpose.
Absolutely. So when did you become an artist? When did you decide that you wanted to affect the world with your artistry publicly? A lot of times people who write will just journal or, spit amongst their friends and the ciphers and the places that they, are familiar with. What made you want to go public with your voice and your movement as an artist?
Yamasani means the artist, by the way, too, Swahili. So, and that's the reason I chose that is because, again, my artistry is so versatile that I don't even know what the next song is going to be. I've done rock and roll songs. I've done jazz. I've done everything. There's nothing that I won't do. Because I can do all that, so that's why I chose that name. But I grew up with a very tumultuous childhood, and it could have shaped me the other way. I could have went either way with it. So I learned at a very young age, and my mother really got me to just kept telling me to speak. So I learned at a very young age to be courageous and just literally everything that I'm going through. Whatever it is, it's all in my music. You can just listen to my music, and I've had people say they've heard something from like my first, like way back, and then now, and it's just like my whole life in between. You can just like tell my whole life.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot of artists.
It be like that though.
Yeah,
when you're an artist, yeah.
So,
do you find that you write about things and then decide to make it reality, or do you really just hear the beat and then feel the beat, write to it, and go in there and put it down?
So I literally multiple times I have lived something that day and then heard a beat that same day and wrote that whole exact day out into a song, and it's a story from beginning, middle, and end. So
wow,
my entire life, my actual life is in all of my music. It's nothing else but that. And you know what? I started doing that because listening to a lot of artists grow up. I came up on Big L, Nas, Big Pun, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, or Yasin.
Storytellers.
Real people. So they're just, and then I'm listening to other artists that are kind of saying things that are clearly not them. I can hear it at this point. And I'm just like, I can't be that. I can't be that. And it's not to get brownie points or ego or like, oh, he's better or he's dope. He's more dope because he's doing the real stuff. It's just, I just have to do it. I just have to be genuine. I got to be transparent.
Absolutely.
I can't live my life in some kind of charade. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So how does Live Smitten and your musical artistry connect? How do you create a connect to push one forth with the other, or do you try to kind of compartmentalize them?
No, they're one and the same. Like, look at that video, by the way. She's giving me an actual, I paid for that adjustment. I paid for that service. And I just asked her if I could film the service. So to your other point, I'm not like, hey, can I come in there and film? No, I'm going to support the business. I paid for the service. You know what I mean? And then, because it's health and wellness. And I wanted to record that because that's the message. That was before we even did Live Smitten too. So it all goes hand in hand. It's all wellness. You have to take care of your external. You got to take care of your internal, your mindset. You eat with your mind as well. So like, you know, if people are around you always negative, you're eating that. You're eating those negative energies and those thoughts. And people don't even realize that. You're consuming that. You know, a consumer, that's another word. You're a consumer.
Oh wow. He play on words. That was good.
It's not just buying things, you're consuming people's thoughts and their energies and their mannerisms or their thought processes, and we're always gonna be in debt, or life sucks, or this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And you keep staying around them like that, you're gonna start eating that, you're gonna start consuming that. So yeah, it goes hand in hand. Yeah, even Love Tornado. I'm getting fire cupping done. I paid for that service too, but I wanted to show that. That's my kind of. Those are my music videos. You know what I mean? Look,
and that's the thing. She literally could dub that video as a promotional tool.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful video. It really gives understanding about what her business is. A nice, clean space. You can surmise a lot of things from that video about her business. And heck, I want to go and see her. I'm not a fan of getting popped. My bones pop, but you know, the adjustments have levels. I found out that, and I've never had an adjustment, but I have had lots of trauma to the body between work and traditional workspaces. Being an athlete at one point, not the best, but you know, I love baseball, softball, basketball. You know, even just dealing with personal trials and things of that nature. So, you know, the body is a funny thing. And I wonder if I would actually feel like 50 to 110% better if I had a mild adjustment. Real quick, we want to go ahead and serve this space with the artist spotlight from Blast. Every show we bring in an artist that has a lot of potential in play on the Blast Music 24/7 site. And here it is. Check it out.
Yep. I'll bring him right in. This is our boy, Jason, and this is called Happens for a Reason. So let's check it out.
He's a beat.
I'm that cold. I walk on water, it be freezing. I stay blessed. You think I'm round here, be sneezing. Oh, is that so? You lost everything, man, you dreaming. Yeah, I was flat, broke. Everything had for a reason. I'm that cold. I walk on water, it be freezing. I stay blessed. You think I'm round here, be sneezing. Oh, is that so? You lost everything, man, you dreaming. Yeah, I was flat, broke. Everything had for a reason. Escalade. 26s. Some root back. Pulling many. VIP. Popping bottles. Charlie's Angels sitting on my lap on full throttle. Big ass house, gym and pool table, double doors to the master. Has a Barsy telling fables. I put it on my kids. I really live that life. I've been there, done that, man. Don't need to live that twice. That shit come with a price. That light will blind your sight. From all goals that's inside. Okay, just one more night. The light hit ice, it shines so bright. Brought gold diggers to my side. Just one more night and I'll do right. I was addicted to that life. See that type of thinking show me I had insecurities. I had to lose it all to build it back and show I was worthy, G. Now I know my worth. I'm a king, I think accordingly. A man admits his faults. What's your story? I'm that cold. I walk on water, be freezing. I stay blessed. You think I'm round here, be sneezing. Oh, was that so? You lost everything, man, you dreaming. Yeah, I was flat, broke. Everything got forward, reason. I'm that cold. I walk on water, be freezing. I stay blessed. You think I'm round here, be sneezing. Oh, was that so? You lost everything, man, you dreaming. Yeah, I was flat, broke. Everything got forward, reason. Every day, in the streets, it's a privilege to me to drink that Hennessy. On the west side, chillin' in the jets. Do a few shots with the homie, hop back in the whip. Then I hit the strip, just to floss and shit. Niggas thinking I'm a lick, females thinking I'm a trick. Just like a frugal aggressive man, I ain't with that shit. Niggas jump me at the strip club, yeah, they got my shit. I knocked 2 of the motherfuckers out before they got my shit. I went up there next weekend by myself just to get my shit. There was nowhere to be found, man, I was mad as shit. I wore my Louis Vuittons with the spikes just to kick a bit. All of this could have been avoided, I was a little humble. I had a girl at home alone. No wonder why that fucking pride had the best of me. No wonder why I always stumble. I was a drunk uncle, lost it all, but look what came from it. I'm that cold. I walk on water and be freezing. I stay blessed. You think I'm round here, be sneezing. Oh, is that so? You lost everything, man, you dreaming. Yeah, I was flat, broke. Everything got forward, reason. I'm that cold. I walk on water and be freezing. I stay blessed. You think I'm round here, be sneezing. Oh, is that so? You lost everything, man, you dreaming. Yeah, I was flat, broke. Everything got forward, reason.
Yes, sir, and that is our boy Jay Saw. What happens for a reason? Can you hear it? Can you hear us, Yamasani? You can hear us? Hop out and come back in. Yeah, hop out and come back in. Hold on, let me put it in there. I will put it in the room. Hold on. Hop out and come back in. All right. Oh, let's see here. I should have put it in here. Let me see if you can see it. We apologize, everyone. We have a little technical difficulties. Let's see.
Excuse me.
And
yes, while he's taking care of that, guys, make sure that you subscribe to Blast Music 24/7 to get all the great artists that Blast has to offer. Blast Music 24/7 is a great platform that gives people who wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity to get worldwide play. We are certain that we get spins and hears and listens all over the world. Like where, Veep? Like where?
West Africa's been checking us out. The UK. We've actually been hearing that Peru. It's amazing how everywhere, if it's good music, people love to hear it, you know? You back with us, brother?
That's what Blast has to offer.
Yeah. So
great music.
So real quick, let me do this. If you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or even an up-and-coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go ahead and go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But listen, Blast also needs the fans. So if you guys love to have great music just like that one from J-Saw, you can go to blastmusic247.com and have access to hundreds and hundreds of independent music. Blast, changing the industry one artist at a time. All right, y'all, back to y'all.
All right.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So when you were saying you used to play sports, right? And you said you weren't the best. So another thing that I do with the health coaching is mindset coaching. It's all tied in there. Why weren't you the best? Honest question.
Because I didn't apply myself. I'm mature enough in my world at this point. I really liked watching other people play basketball. I wanted to try my hand at it. Wasn't that good at it because I didn't listen to the coaches. I really thought I wanted to be Allen Iverson or something. I just go in there and just shoot the ball. They called me Airball Barrett, man. I had a name. So I wasn't necessarily the best. But I think if I was more disciplined, if I listened better, like I did with softball. I was really good at softball. I was a right fielder, and I could hit well too. So you know, I could have definitely been like a better athlete if I had actually applied myself. But also, I was plagued with the nerdyisms. I was like a super geek too. So I think that overpowered the desire to be athletic. But I love sports generally. I'm a sports enthusiast, period.
And see, and that's beautiful. And thank you I'm glad now you know the root cause of maybe what you might have been thinking back then. But it's instead of saying, you know, I wasn't the best like back then, it's like, how can I get better? You know what I mean? Or do I want to get better? Do I want to get better? Do I want to
back then it was, they won't give me a chance. They want this, they want that. Right. And you know, whenever you're doing true shadow work with your life, you know, and looking at yourself and see what can be better, you know, I really had to get away from applying my shortcomings to other people.
Yep.
Starting with my parents, starting with everything, just everything. My brother said something good to me a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about a situation. He said, one cannot continue to stay in the same circumstance and blame someone else for their current shortcomings. You have to take the time to look at what it is that you're doing at a moment. And if you're not taking full responsibility, being what you said, passionate, being smitten about your life, you aren't gonna get from it what you want to get from it. You're always gonna come up short.
And that's beautiful. And I only bring that up because someone younger than us may be watching this, or they may hear this, and they may come across this, and that's what it's all about. And then again, with the eating, it's like, it's not like you can't have nachos, or it's like not like you can't have these things like your what do we used to eat, beef and noodles. We used to eat that. We used to tear that up. You can make these things. You can how can I remake it? It's like when you get into that mindset of that woe is me immediately, and then you just go into it, it's so easy to slippery slope. It's so easy.
Absolutely.
You know, you got
and just continually pointing fingers at someone else or another or something else, instead of really looking inside to see what it is that you're going to be able to do to make it better. Because God gives us all the tools that we need to be able to succeed. It's just up to us to listen.
Exactly. And one of the ways I can continuously do this for myself, because you got to do it for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Might sound crazy, but I see things in dimensions, like kind of dimensionally. So like, if I'm in this mindset right now, I know I'm in this mindset. I know it's a dysfunctional mindset. Maybe you're upset, maybe you're irritated, maybe you're craving something, and like you've been doing good, and you trying to go back, and it's just like, okay, say you did eat the nachos, or like say you did have a cookie, or like, it's not the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? It's just going to your kind of like, when I say looking at it as like a dimension, it's like, okay, you're in this mindset right now. You're in this dimension. Okay.
Right.
You want this thing. Cool. It's okay. Breathe. It's okay that you want this thing. You're craving this thing. All right. Step into a different dimension, a different mindset. How can I eat this thing? Is there a way I can eat this thing or have this thing, but have it be as healthy as it possibly can? Can I do that? You know what I mean? Like, just think about it. Can I do it? But instead of just like jumping to do it and just like giving all the way into it.
Right.
I can do it. Cool. I can get these chips that use a different oil, or they don't have as much sodium, or they don't have this, that, and the other, and they're still bomb. Or I can,
I can have plantain chips instead of potato chips.
You could do
that.
Or
I could do these chips or this chips. I mean, like what you were talking about with the vegan mind state and lifestyle and nachos. Like, I'm a nacho fiend, but I have found a way. I'm not saying that I found a way to beat the sodium yet, because like, if you look at the packet on a taco seasoning, there's an immense amount of sodium. But if you go and get all the ingredients that require that is required to make a jerk seasoning. You can make it more healthy. Say, for instance, you wanted to do a jerk nacho. Some people might want to just do a Mexican style nacho. You literally can soak your walnuts.
Exactly.
Soak your walnuts, and you can chop up the grilled, the green pepper, the onion, the garlic, and it's best to use fresh stuff because it's going to seep into that particular product. Man, I have done a lentil loaf, and people really was on some like, is this meat?
Bomb. The lentil loaf is bomb.
If you do the lentil loaf, one of my shouts out to Ital with Island Savvy collection out of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. She is a vegan chef, and she is one of the main people. Actually, I ain't gonna hold you. She is the woman who taught me. She's Jamaican. She taught me that seasoning is everything.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying. Some people think about veganism or eating vegan lifestyle as bland. No. When I say she does moxtails.
Yeah.
So oxtails, but that are with the protein preparation and things of that nature, the amino acids and all that great, all that jazz. There's ways. It's time consuming, but there are ways to get what you want out of vegan food lifestyle. There are absolutely ways to do it.
Yes, and it even that, and so trust me, I'm not picking on you. I'm pointing something out.
Oh no, please use me as an example because
I've been doing this for the coaching and the it's psychology is really what it is. I should go get a degree in psychology. I very well may do that someday.
You might have to, because as much as you're doing, there's going to be some adversity in your knowledge base. Yep. There's always going to try you, but at the same time, you have the gift from God about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when you say it's time consuming, or there's another one that it's expensive to eat whole food plant-based, or it's expensive and it's this and it's that. It's actually so we go to the farmer's market. We get all the produce from the farmer's market because it's local.
Yeah.
It's grown in your zone, more so in your zone. There's different farming zones like 8A, and there's all types of different zones where produce is grown. So it's more local. So I mean, allergies and all the seasons, how the seasons change and all of that, the food that's grown locally is for those people who are local more so. All the stuff, does that make sense?
It does, absolutely.
The soil, all that stuff. It's local. You are from here. It's going to boost your immune system up. Eating more local, wherever you're living at. The stuff at the stores, even Whole Foods and great produce and whatnot. But that's coming from, who knows, Peru, Brazil.
That might not be indicative of the type of nutrients that you're supposed to be receiving being in that region.
That's one, correct. And the other thing is, it's been frozen and thawed out so much, it's lost 80% of its nutrients. I'm just throwing a number out, but it's a large number of percentage that the nutrients are lost in that food. That's still, you still want to eat that than some garbage, some fast food. But I'm just saying, you want to eat locally. So
you want to get the optimum result for your nutritional needs.
Yes. So that is actually cheaper than going to Whole Foods and going to these other stores.
Yes.
At the farmer's market. And they'll work deals with you. They have things, it's called some of them have a CSA. It's a program where the farmers will have whatever is fresh from this harvest, from the current harvest, in a box. And they'll sell you the box. Like they'll just, whatever's fresh. And it's discounted. Wow. I'm saying people don't know stuff about this. So it's like, when I always speak on when somebody is, it doesn't matter who it is, even if I say something where I'm just like, oh, no, because energy is attached to words. So when we say things like, it's more time consuming, right? That alone could deter somebody from trying something. It's like really, it could be a really massive ripple in somebody's universe. And we don't, but I'm not getting on, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying that I'm just talking to you. These are some of the things I talk to when I'm coaching people, when I'm health coaching people. And then when you start to think about that, it's this big magnanimous thing that happens to you once you start to actually think about that. You start to think about the things you're saying, you slow it down, especially speaking to children. And oh my God, I'm growing in that area with my children.
I can understand that.
They're mirrors, especially my middle one. He's growing me tremendously. But the words that we speak, not to sidetrack, the words that we speak, especially.
Oh, this is Figures of Speech. We need to know all the things.
Yes.
We need to hear all the things that you're saying right now.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So, our time is winding down. I just want to ask you one thing to kind of summarize what you want folks to understand about Live Smitten and the movement. We know the ebook is coming out by the end of the year.
Yes.
And what would you like for people to know? Summarizing how you've created and are operating Live Smitten. I'm
gonna ask my wife this too when we're done. So, because I think that's a very good question. But for me, on my standpoint, from where I stand, I want people to know that Live Smitten is you. Live Smitten is those struggles every day that you choose. You know you need to move your body. You know you need to work out. You know you need to drink water, room temperature water in the morning. You know what I mean? You know you need to do these things. You need to eat vegetables, cruciferous vegetables. You need to eat your fruits, you know, your berries, most specifically your berries, definitely, but a whole bunch of other fruits. You know these things that you have to do, and it's a very difficult thing to do them, especially if you are not doing them. You're in a routine of not doing them. You're in a routine of just lounging around, living a sedentary lifestyle. So Live Smitten is you in those tough decisions. I think I'm gonna get outside today. Whatever. I'm gonna just walk. Whatever. I'm gonna just do this. You know,
do me a favor. Yeah. You said a word, cruciferous. I know what it means. Let people know. Just even like you said, they're watching. They might just want to step in and hear what you're saying and try it. Tell people what cruciferous is real quick.
So cruciferous, just to make that easy again in the whole making things easily, it's like your broccoli. We'll just go off of that. Since our time is winding down, I don't want to, because I'm about to get like super heavy on that. It's
just tell them a couple of those types of vegetables.
Vegetables that are more nutrient dense. Your dark leafy greens. That's a good easy way to say that. Your dark leafy greens. I'll leave it at that. It's your dark leafy greens. I'm doing this thing where I'm like really trying to get the information across easy, but not go too,
because you're so passionate about it. You don't want to you want to be able to give room for the growth and the conversation, and giving the person the optimum the ability to understand where you're coming from, so their lives can be changed just as yours were.
I don't
you and your wife.
People, you know what I mean? So when you go to get your engine changed, you're gonna get the engine changed. You don't need to know that this part came from here and that the name of this belt that's connecting them is this. You know, you just want to get it changed. You're not understanding that anyway. So yes, look up the word cruciferous. Definitely look that up. An example of that is your broccoli and your dark leafy greens. I'm gonna leave it at that for now.
Got you. Yeah. So real quick, and that segues into a great space and point. Can you tell our viewers and listeners where to find Live Smitten and Yamasani music?
Yes, it's Live Smitten, just like this, on YouTube. On Instagram and other social media platforms, it's live.smitten. But just go to our YouTube. Yeah, go to our YouTube, Live Smitten, and all of that other information is there.
All right. And be mindful, guys, that Yamasani Music is available on all streaming platforms,
yes,
including Blast Music 24/7. Check him out. I want to thank you for coming on and giving us more insight about coaching with wellness and Live Smitten, the movement. And it's going to be something that everyone will behold once that ebook comes out.
Yes.
What's the estimated date for the ebook, real quick?
Like you said, the end of the year. I'm glad you said that. It's the end of the year.
Okay. So we're gonna start a new 2024 with a new mind state from Live Smitten.
Yes.
All right.
That's all it is. It's the mindset.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the Figures of Speech Talkcast. We're joyful about everything that you're doing and pray that everything will come to pass so you'll be able to help others and make yourselves more prosperous and plentiful in the world.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My name is Sherrita C W Delacruz. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and subscribe to us at Blast Music 24/7, where you'll find all the wonderful content. Carla's Crazy Concoction, Shine Vibrations. I'm sorry if I'm getting everyone's name wrong, but Lena Unapologetic and more. The Lift Off, all the great programs, including this one, the Figures of Speech Talkcast on Blast Music 24/7. Have a good night.